We are kicking public speaking's today. Hello. I had literally one person ask me for a review on Mistborn, so I figured why not just do a little review on all the books I read in January. I even got this fancy little mic because I'm too quiet. I'm shy. It's hard for me to project. It's hard for me to public speak. But here I am. I'm trying. So we're going to do a little book review of everything that I read in January. This probably won't be long, but drink some water, get a little bevy, and sit back. And we'll talk about the books that I read. I do have my Goodreads here, so I can remember what happened in these books. And I guess we will go from my least favorite of the month to my most favorite. Starting off with my least favorite of the month, that is going to Vines by Bryn Asher. This one is one that my mother-in-law read. She raved about it so much. It's about this woman who owns a vineyard, and this mysterious, sexy man moves in next door. Her cow gets out. He finds the cow, and he brings it back to her, and they fall in love. And it just was not for me. The writing style was weird. As hottie Bugatti as Crew, our mailman character, is, he was just a little alpha, a little icky for my tastes. Stuff is fun to read about in books, but if anyone acted like that in real life, I would go running in the opposite direction. Not for me. There was also this CIA KGB backstory that I wished that we got more of. It was just kind of hinted at, just kind of in the background. The love was really the focus of it, and I wanted to hear more about that. I want to know what's happening with the CIA. So that one got 2.5 stars from me. It's just okay. Only going up from here. Next on the list is Whispers of the Deep by Emma Hamm. This was one that a friend suggested to me, so of course I'm going to read it. If you suggest any book to me, I will give it a shot. I love a suggestion, so give me anything. But this one was pretty good. It kept me entertained, which is what I look for in books. Duh, I want to escape reality. But this is about a woman who lives underwater, and she's fixing something, and this mermaid comes up to the glass and is like, I'm going to destroy you. And she's like, ooh. It's just about her and this mermaid and her trying to survive underwater and them falling in love, and they can't communicate, and it was quite interesting. The author does say in the prologue to suspend your disbelief when you're reading it, and you really do have to, but it was fun. I quite liked the little robot character who helped translate for them. He was probably my favorite. I love a weird little guy. That one got 3 stars for me. It was pretty good. I'm torn with where to go next on the list, but I think it's gonna have to go to Onyx Storm by Miss Rebecca Yarros. It is the third in the Fourth Wing series. Fourth Wing came first. It was pretty good. I quite liked it. Iron Flame came next. That one was okay. Onyx Storm, ooh, I did not like it. It was not my favorite. There was too many characters. There was too many places. Nothing was fleshed out enough for me. The ending was, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Rebecca, you serious, girl? And the biggest problem that I had with it is Violet and Xaden. I hate them together. This whole, I love you so much, I want to be with you so bad. No, actually, I can't be with you. It just makes me roll my eyes. I hated every scene they were in together. Cannot stand them. That took it down a star. And then the fact that there were so many places and so many people took it down another star. And another half star docked for Violet and Xaden because I don't like them. 3.5. Rounded down on Goodreads to a 3. I'm also pretty annoyed because I thought it was a trilogy. I thought we were finishing the series out, but it's gonna be a 5-book series, so I guess Rebecca and I are in for the long haul. Next on the list is Then Things Went Dark by B. Fitzgerald. This is just reality TV in a book, which I love. I love a trash TV. I love a trash book. And this is the best of both worlds. It's about these 6 contestants, really rich, really famous, iconic contestants who have to do all these little challenges and live in a house together and do what reality TV contestants do. And one of them ends up dying. So it's figuring out who killed poor Reese. It was good. I like the entertainment of the reality TV aspect and basically reading a reality TV series. But there was just weird little backstories that weren't fleshed out enough. Things were just thrown in, and I didn't really like the ending. So 3.5 stars for that one as well. The top 3 is where it gets a little hard. I'm a little torn on what to do next. But I guess it's gonna have to go to Twilight. This will forever be a 5-star read for me. I love Twilight so much. I love this series. I love the vampires. I love Twilight. And I think I will always love Twilight. And I'm not ashamed of it. I don't care what you have to say. I love Twilight. It gets 5 stars from me. And rereading it, I did forget what happens at the end. So that was fun to rediscover. Yeah, 5 stars for Twilight. Always 5 stars for Twilight. Next on the list is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. This is one that just knocked it out of the park for me. I loved this one. I read the first one, I don't remember what it was called, last year I think. And this is the third one in the series, but they all stand alone. You don't have to read them in order. But this is about this boy writes a post on Reddit and he's like, oh, I have the worst luck with dating. Everyone I date, they find their soulmate after. And this girl is like, whoa, me too. So they decide, she's a traveling nurse. And he's like, you could come to Michigan. And she's like, I don't think so. And he's like, okay, fine, whatever. We'll cross paths eventually. And she decides, this is really strange. Maybe if we get together, we will both find our soulmates afterwards. So she goes to Michigan on her little nursing trip. And it is just a wild ride of a story. And I loved it so much. I cried so hard. It is, Abby Jimenez knows what to do, okay? That one gets 5 stars from me as well. And last but not least on the list is Mistborn. Obvious 5 stars to Mistborn. Fantasy has always been a bit of a struggle for me. I've never been a big fantasy girl. Romantasy, sure. Give me a little smut in the book and I'm all for it. But just a straight fantasy book, I don't know if I've ever read a straight fantasy book, but this was the best intro to fantasy I could ever wish for. It's always hard for me with the names and the places and the magic systems and everything getting thrown at me. I don't know what's happening. I get confused. But this was just like the crispiest, coldest drink of water when you're so thirsty. Is the best way that I can explain it. From the beginning, I was never lost. I picked everything up immediately. It was just incredible to not be lost at any point. The magic system made sense. All the people were so wonderful. All the characters were so wonderful. What else is there to say? It was just such a good book. And I cannot wait to read the second one and see what happens. Obviously cried at the ending. But what can you expect? But such a good book, and I recommend it so much to anyone who is willing to pick it up. Obvious 5 stars. And that is all the books I read in January. So we'll see what February has to bring. If you have suggestions, let me know. As far as what's on the list to read for February, Mistborn Book 2, duh. Twilight Book 2, duh. Maybe I'll pick some things out of my TBR, because there is a stack over there that I have not read, that I've been collecting from last year. So I do have to get through those as well. But that's all I have. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you later.